It's a season and a time we must pay attention to the bidding of the Lord. Provision of God is not a problem. Miracle is not a problem. Breakthrough is not a problem. Destiny helper coming is not a problem. A life partner showing up is not a problem. The problem is the law of sustainability. The law of sustainability. This is the voice of Apostle Prince Victor Matthew, and this is coming to you from Hope Expression Hub, where we provide solutions to relationship and ministerial problems. In as much as I believe that God restores, I also believe that God gives wisdom to sustain things. Sustainability, I think, is the highest currency in the place of maturity. In the pursuit of purpose and love, you must understand how to keep and how to protect the dealings of God in your life. I'm going to pick different issues, and I'll be talking about them. First, I'll be talking about destiny helper. It's so interesting how people strive so much, pray so much, trust God so much to bring destiny helpers to their way. Yes, trust God so much to bring destiny helper to their way. And at the end of the day, the destiny helper shows up. Then they become the limitation to the destiny helper. That is what we talk about posture. How you position yourself to receive and how you position yourself to sustain matters. That is why I said posture is everything. There is a way to position yourself to receive destiny helpers. There is a way to position yourself to receive or sustain destiny helper. Principle, order, and structure governs a lot of things in life and destiny. And when we have this at the back of our mind, it becomes so easier for us to sustain what God is doing in your life and through your life. God, you praying to God for things is not a problem. Are you ready to receive what you are praying for? That's the first question. What is the posture of your heart? What is the posture of your attitude? What is the posture of your words, your thoughts, your attitude, and the way you talk or the choice of your words? Is it in a way that receives what you are trusting God for, or is in a way that repels what you are trusting God for? If you want to discover purpose, there is a way to position yourself. There is a posture of a heart attitude, choice of words, conversations that you must put yourself strategically that can make the discovery of purpose easier for you. And one of the posture that should reflect in your words, in your attitudes, in your thoughts and reasoning, number one is gratitude. Gratitude is the first posture that can enable you to receive whatsoever God has ordained for your life. Gratitude. It is not about you praying. It's not about you trusting God. You can do all these things, but the question is, are you ready to receive what God has made provision of? And are you ready to sustain it? And one of the signs that shows that you are ready is gratitude. Gratitude. Because the grace of God makes things easier for you doesn't mean it's normal. Because you have destiny helper left, right, and center ready to help you doesn't mean it's normal. The fact that you have children that are not into drugs, they're not lesbians and gays, does not mean it's normal. The fact that you have parents loving each other, there is no issue of divorce, does not mean it's normal. Because you walk on your 2 feet and you don't have an health issue does not mean it's normal. Every single thing that you enjoy in the kingdom, you enjoy in the pursuit of purpose, you enjoy in the pursuit of ministry or love, does not mean it's normal. Nothing is normal. Every experience that you're going through that is good is backed up by the mercy and by the love of God, and is backed up by the sacrifice of what Jesus did on the cross. So the earlier we understand that whatsoever you are enjoying today by the virtue of what Jesus did on the cross is not normal, it's supernatural. And because it has become common to you does not mean it's normal. Because if you do not stay in the place of gratitude for the things that you enjoy, you will not be able to sustain those things you are enjoying. The devil comes to steal, to kill, and to destroy, but it's not everybody the devil comes to steal, to kill, to destroy. He steals, kill, and destroy things with people that are ungrateful. Oh yes, that are ungrateful. Gratitude is the posture to receiving and sustaining whatever God has made available to you. You know, people easily forget how they prayed. They forget how they suffered. They forget the covenants they made with God while asking for what they needed God to do. And all of a sudden, the provision of what they prayed for showed up, and they become so psychedelic that they forgot that what they are holding in their hands used to be a prayer point, used to be a prayer request, and they begin to become ungrateful. They begin to become ungrateful. Gratitude is the key to receiving and sustaining and maintaining whatsoever that God has ordained for your life. The second posture, or the second positioning of your heart, your words, your attitude to receive and sustain what God gives to you, is what we call valuing. It's not about God giving you the things you are asking God for, but it's about you putting yourself in the posture of valuing it when it comes. Do you value what God has entrusted into your hands? The way you talk about it, the way you behave around it, the way you think, your thoughts, your desires, your decision, does it place value? Does it place honor on it? Because without the posture of honor and value, you cannot receive and sustain whatsoever God entrusts into your hands. You will not be able to. You will not be able to. You will not be able to. Posture is everything. It's not everybody the devil can steal from. It's not everybody, it's not everything or anyone that the devil can destroy his or her things. It only takes people who have commonized the answer to what they sought the face of God for. What makes the devil to be able to steal your miracle is when you begin to commonize your miracle. Oh yes. When you begin to play with your miracle. When you begin to joke with your miracle, when you begin to play with your miracle. Honor and value is a posture of heart, is a posture of attitude, is a posture of thoughts, is a posture of desire that helps you to receive and sustain what God has endowed you with. So it's one thing to pray, it's another thing to know how to receive what you have prayed for. It's one thing to receive what you have prayed for, but it's another thing to maintain and sustain what God has given to you. So number one is gratitude. Number two is value and honor. Number three is protecting. Oh yes. It's one thing for God to provide the things you're asking God for in the pursuit of purpose and love. Either it's in ministry, either it's in your career, either it's in family. You must learn the act to protect what God has given to you. To protect what God has given to you. To protect what God has given to you. I really believe that many believers do not know how to protect what they once prayed for. And one of the ways that display that you don't even have the ability, or you are not protecting what God gives to you, is to allow people to talk anyhow with disregard about what God has given to you. People say anything they like, they treat anyhow they want to treat what God gave to you, and you accommodate it. It's when you allow people to insult the miracle that God gave to you. It's when you allow people to disrespect the miracle God gave to you. It's when every Jack and Harry can speak into your ears about what God has given to you. It's when people can distort your view and perception about what God gave to you. You are not ready to protect it, because you know one thing? They will not even steal it away from you. You will be the one to use your hand to throw it away. What once was a prayer request now becomes what you repel and throwing away. Posture is everything. Gratitude, honor and value, protection. It's one thing to trust the Lord for something. It's another thing to know what to do with it when it shows. The next step of receiving and sustaining your miracle or the answer to your prayer is to have the understanding of what to use the answer of your prayers to achieve. How can you pray for something and you do not know how that thing is going to contribute to your destiny, is going to contribute to your walk with God, is going to contribute to the agenda of God in your life? It's not the provision of God that matters, but it's you being able to have the wisdom of what I call usability. You must be able to use, you must be able to profit, you must be able to create result with the answer of the prayer that you have received. Miracle is not yet anything. Provisions of God is not yet anything. When you can't use the provisions of God to create a reality that God has once given to you. So it's okay that God has answered your prayer. It's okay that God has provided what you are trusting Him for. The question now is, what result are you willing to produce with what God has given to you? Anything God gives to you is not for you. It's not just a gift. The blessings of God are not just gifts. They are investment and empowerment that should position you in a place to produce results. You're trusting God to discover your purpose. What problem are you ready to solve with the discovering of your purpose? You're trusting God for a life partner. Do you know the assignment of God that is attached to your marriage? You're trusting God for divine helpers. Do you know what are the projects you are going to execute with the help that your destiny helpers will help you? It's not about receiving what God has promised you. Do you know how to produce result with what God will entrust into your hands? Do you know? Do you know how to produce result with the answer? There are two ways about it. Most times I've observed people that God have answered their prayer, and I've seen that there are two approaches they always stick to it. Some people just know how to play with the answers of their miracle. They are just good in playing with the miracle God has given to them. They play with it. And some people create results with it. Posture of your heart. Posture of your desire. Posture of your heart. Posture of your attitude. Posture of your choice of words. Posture of your manner of approach. Are you playing with your miracle? Or are you creating results with the miracle God has given to you? Are you growing with the result God has given to you? Are you impacting testing your generation with the result God has given to you, or you are playing, you are testing, you are toiling, you are examining if what God gave to you is true or not. It's an act of distrust in God to play, to toil, to examine what God gave to you, to know the authenticity of it. Both in relationships, both in ministry. People joke with their miracles. And at the end of the day, they'll come back to God and be praying, God of restoration, give me a second chance. Why won't you learn how to sustain the chance that God gives to you? Why can't you learn how to sustain the chances that God gives to you? Posture is everything. I beg you today to stop playing and start creating results with the answers of your prayers. Stop playing and begin to appreciate, being grateful, honor, valuing, and protecting. Protecting. It's not everybody that should have access to your ears. There are people that do not even know the value of your miracle, so they can talk you out of it. They can even make you misbehave. There are people that have what you have is what they don't have. And so, because you have what they don't have and they are so jealous, they will make you to misbehave so that you lose it, so that every of you people will become the same. That is what I call the crap spirit. Me, I don't have it. You want to come and have it. They will engineer you to misbehave against your own miracle, so that all of you people will be the same. Be careful. Posture is everything. Posture is everything. Guard your miracle. Protect your miracle. It's not everybody that should be able to talk into the result God has given to you. It's not everybody's advice that should be accepted. It's not everybody's suggestion that should be accepted. Be like the mother of Moses. He hid him for 3 months. When God give you what God promised you, hide it. Hide it. Hide it. Don't be like Joseph that announced himself before time and that became a problem. Protect what God has given to you. Everybody is giving you advice about your husband. Everybody has become a counselor now that this girl you are dating is misbehaving. Everybody, including people that cannot manage their own life, they become automatically, they are now advisors. Because they see result in your hands now they have interest and they are telling you things, and you're not judging the things they are saying with the word of God. You're not going to the place of prayer to filter these things, and you say, oh, it's because they have my interest in hand, and by yourself with yourself you throw away what God gave to you. And later when your eyes are open, you now say, the devil have deceived me. It's a lie. You were careless. Posture is everything. I hope you've gotten value for your time. I commit you into the hands of a living God. If this has been a blessing to you, please, I need you to hit the subscribe button so that we always come your way. This channel is about giving you clarity about the pursuit of purpose and love. Yes, it's about giving you clarity about the pursuit of purpose and love. So be encouraged. Attached to this message are descriptions of what we stand for and options of you being able to buy our ebooks, connect with me on WhatsApp for prayers and counseling. Of course, you've been able to make donations to the ministry. God bless you. We believe in what God is doing in your life, and we trust God so much to perfect all that concerns your life. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May his eyes shine upon you. And may he be gracious unto you in the name of Jesus. God bless you. God bless you. And remember, the Hope Expression values you.